Y'all niggas got me hot. Yeah.
But do you think things will change though when it comes to at least the way we're represented in media?
I doubt it. I'm so sorry. I doubt it. Maybe the new the generation that's coming up, our generation, things will change. But right now, I don't think so.
What about you, Shona? Do you think things will change?
Do you know what? It's gonna take a while, but change is coming. I don't know how soon it's coming, but it's gradually getting better. And
Do you
I'm not going to say that.
Do you feel like we should not boycott like platforms like ITV because they'll keep going on, but do you feel like we should stop? Because I can't remember who said it on Twitter, right? But somebody said it on Twitter. I'm tired of these platforms hiring me when asking me to speak when there's times of trauma. I'm just gonna stop going on these platforms. Do you feel like maybe like Dr. Shola or somebody of that stature should maybe be like, you know what, ban ITV. I'm just gonna do my own thing.
I think after now, yeah, she should stop. But I'm happy that she was on these interviews because
big up her every time.
She really articulated herself so well.
Facts.
To a point where everybody who's watching, and maybe a few of the people on set, they understood. Okay, cool. She's in what she's saying is right. But then some people, they didn't want to believe it. They didn't want to like take it in. But I feel like after now, she should just stop. Because these people, like people like Piers Morgan, well, we got what we wanted. He's not on the show anymore. Yep. So it's like, I don't feel like these conversations are going to be had that much anymore unless something something racist happens.
Firing Piers Morgan is a step in the right direction, but it's not enough. I can't lie, we need black faces. Platforms. We need black faces on these. At least there's two options. Either uplift the black platforms that we already have on social media, and two, get black faces not only in front of the camera but behind the scenes. So as producers, because a lot of the stuff that's happening on TV can't run anymore. It's tiring. It can't run anymore.
This comes to representation as well about black people. I was reading today or yesterday, Marseille Martins from Blackish. She's producing a new black show on Disney Channel with dark-skinned girls about roller skating, and just like that's representation that we like to see. This is a 16-year-old girl who has seen like, okay, cool. I don't see representation because let's be realistic. Every time we look at a TV show where it has teenagers or kids, it's always mixed race girls, a black dad, a white mom, every single time. I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to see you people, but right now I'm really not trying to see you people because it's like you're erasing black women from everything. Every time I come into Netflix, is a mixed race girl talking about black struggle, talking about her hair. Bro. Please get off my screen. I'm tired of that. And it's like, I watched Ginny and Georgia. Even though I say I did like that show, I'm still like, why does it always have to be an interracial family? I'm not trying to say that there's not interracial families out there, but it's like, we do not always need to see that. Cheaper by the Dozen that's being made, rebooted. Kenny, what's his name? Kenny, the guy who does Blackfish. His name is Kenny something. He is a mixed race person and he loves making interracial shows. That's all he ever knows.
Wait, he's the one that's doing Cheaper by the Dozen?
No, so he's the one that's rebooting it. So he's writing it, and then it's going to be Gabrielle Union and some white man.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I'm thinking, why does it always have to be? I'm not saying interracial is like bad, but I'm just saying
they're
like,
overrepresented.
Yeah, it's literally overrepresented. And when you want to represent a black family, it always has to do something with drugs, slavery, something bad happening in their hood, or somebody dying, or a dad being deadbeat. It's like, why do we always have to see that?
Because they profit off black trauma. Yeah, that's the reality of the situation. When you see a lot of the times black entertainment on television, it's profiting off black trauma. Even. Oh damn! I forgot the show. What was the show? Go on.
Oh no, I was going to interrupt you. Small. I was going to say, speaking on black trauma, it's just everything we do, it must be black trauma. So our movies, our shows, even our art. Because I've seen so many times on Twitter people saying, "Oh, maybe if you paint like black people locked in cuffs, showing us freedom."
I'm like, for why?
They'll like us more.
Why? You see, because I even wrote about that at uni. I wrote about how Hollywood needs to stop with their slavery movies and making every black movie has to be political, because at the end of the day, it's like black people just want to be creatives like everybody else. They want to make movies like everybody else. It's like, because when you make a film, when you write a book, whatever you do, it's like you're creating a whole new world and you want people to enter that world. So literally, like Jordan Peele, he made Get Out, he made Us. The way people were dissecting Us, saying, "Oh, it's about black people trying to do this, that." He was like, "It's just a horror movie." Like, you guys, you do too much. Not everything has to be political. Like, when I say I want to make movies, I don't want anyone to be dissecting it saying, oh, it's because black men suffer from this. It's that black women had to go through this. It's that we're trying to get police brutality. I'm like,
remember Malcolm and Marie when Malcolm was going on that rant about he was right though, when Malcolm was going on that rant about I
understood
movies.
the rant, but the only thing is I could tell it was a white man that wrote that movie.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. It's like it was a battle of monologues, that's it.
Yeah. But even another show that came into mind, Dear White People. The reason why that show annoyed me, the whole concept about the show, right, is about basically black teens in a white college explaining their struggles. I'm sorry. And this goes to your point. I have no problem with mixed race people being represented. Why is the main character, when the show's called Dear White People about black struggle, why is the main character a mixed race woman who's in love with a white man? When there were dark-skinned women, when there were dark-skinned women on the show, I get she was supposed to be the bridge between both worlds. I get narratively, but
that's the ending of it. Like, there was a problem. Do you not see that? When we found out she was dating a white person, it was all like a big hullabaloo.
Are you talking about the movie or the show?
Yeah, there's two.
I've only watched one season.
I watched both of them.
I haven't.
Was it a series or see? Now I'm mixed up because
I didn't watch the movie. I watched the show with it. I watched the first 2 seasons.
I think I like the movie
more.
But in the show, like, you see that it blew up in her face that she was dating a white person as well. And people like, then you're not black enough. But then, do you know what though? Maybe you shouldn't be called Dear White People because she was mixed. And it's a bit too much like that.
This is the issue.
I get the whole storyline towards it, but I just feel like maybe the naming was a bit inappropriate because you're white yourself or you're doing yourself.
Do you know what? I don't think people will have that much of a problem about like mixed race people always being in these type of shows, or just mixed race people being in bare shows, if black women and other black people were, mainly black women, I'll say, because I don't really see a lot of black women being main cast of stuff.
No.
If they were represented more, especially Netflix, if there was a lot of shows, let's say like let's just say any teen show that comes out, if a black woman was in it and she was the main character instead of a mixed race person, people would actually watch it, because a lot of these shows will come up and then there will be debates after debates after debates about how we're represented and how everything goes, and it's just like, it's getting tiring because Netflix sees it and then they just ignore it. They'll keep on making these shows with interracial couples. They'll keep on making these shows with mixed race children. They'll keep on making these shows erasing black women or making them the sassy best friend.
And we want to clarify, we are not saying we do not want mixed race people on screen. What we're saying is that, for example, there's, like Jason said, there's an erasure of black women when it comes to screen. For example, like, there'll be a role, right, tailored for a dark-skinned woman or a black woman, and they'll use just a mixed race woman as the substitute for black, and that happens on a consistent basis. And it's like, it's like, where, like, even, for example, I remember Gabrielle Union, she said she used to have beef with, I think it was either Taraji P or Nia Long, because the industry, because there was such a small select of roles for black women, because there was such a small select of roles for black women, that the black actresses had to beef each other to get these roles. Like, what kind of society are we creating? Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to, like, the industry.
They're creating a society they want black people to not like each other. They don't want black people to succeed in life. That's why they continuously put us against each other. It stems from, like, so far down the line that in every way, form, and shape, from our neighborhoods, from our job offices and schools, they don't want black people to be working together to build. Because imagine now, if black people actually work together and build something together, do you know how powerful it would be? But some odd reason why we continue seeing arguments with each other, we're continuously beefing with each other. For what reason? What do we gain from it? Nothing. We end up being the idiots and losers. Why people are there laughing at us?
And that's the thing, we need to there's one thing that I've always thought, is that we need to do better with all these stuff, and it comes to, we have to make a space for ourselves. So it's like promoting black brands, promoting spaces where black people are trying to uplift black creators, black voices. That's what we need to start doing. We need to start
be unapologetic about it.
Yeah, because a lot of the time people be saying, "Oh, you're promoting too much. Oh, stop sending me this. Oh, I don't want to do that." But then you're the same people talking about, "Oh, like, why is there not a lot of black things going on here? Why is there not a lot?" You can't keep complaining about something, but when somebody wants to actually push their work out, you're just like, okay. It just doesn't make sense.
But that goes, we can touch on this on another day, but that just goes to the whole thing of, like, a lot of people will say, yeah, we want black this, we want black that, we want black this, but the same people be distrusting of black brands because, it's not proven. oh, it's not something I know. And I understand I'm not saying every black business is, you know, of a high quality, but what I'm saying is that try something out. Do your research. Do your, like, do you know what I mean? And if the brand is good, so what if it's not Gucci?
And it's like, what do you call it? Just because you had one issue with one brand, it doesn't mean that every other black brand is going to be like that.
Exactly.
Like, it's just silly.
Exactly. But that's definitely a topic we are going to touch upon. But we're going to wrap this up. It's been a great episode of the Rare Podcast. Make sure to follow us on social media. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. You can listen to the audio of this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
Shout out to the YouTube family. Keep subscribing. We're very close to 400 subscribers. So keep subscribing. We love you. We appreciate you. It's been a Rare Podcast. We are signing out. Deuces.
Bye.
Y'all niggas got me hot.